What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Chill Dre here, back at it on the face cam, back at it with another story time. And for today, you guys, I am bringing you guys another story time. This time, we're going to be talking about my job experience at McDonald's. Yikes. So, anyways, before we get into this video, if you did not watch my last story time, I have a link for it in the description. Be sure to check it out because this story is kind of a follow-up story. So before we hop into this video, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and let's just hop straight into the story time. Alright, so this story follows up after my previous story time. If you have not watched that story time, stop what you're doing, pause the video, go click the very first link in the description, and come back here once you're done. Now we got all that out the way, which hopefully you watched it by now. I'm gonna give you 5 seconds to watch it. Are you done? Okay, let's get it. So anyway, so a month after I had got fired from Six Flags, I was pretty much like, I kind of took a break on not applying for a job. So long story short, I applied for other jobs towards like the end of July. So I was pretty much applying everywhere from McDonald's, the Target, to Walmart, Kroger. Like I was pretty much applying anywhere around my house because I wanted somewhere close, right? So 2 weeks had passed by, and then before the week of school started, like in that second week of the 2 weeks prior, if you can understand what I'm saying, out of all the jobs I applied for, only one hit me back, and it was McDonald's. Now when I looked at it, I said, okay, you know, it's an easy job, you know, so I could work, you know what I'm saying, right? So this person texted me, and her name was Stephanie, and I guess she was a part of the McDonald's cooperation, or whatever you want to call it. And pretty much she told me that she seen my application and she was willing to hire me and stuff like that, but she wanted to set up an interview at the location I applied for, which is like up the street from where I stay at, right? So I was like, yeah, cool, you know what I'm saying. We had a conversation. Pretty much, long story short, she asked me when's the best time to set you up for an interview, and I say I can do one any time of the day next week. And she said it's Thursday at 5 p.m. fine. I was like, okay, sure, that's fine. So I got the interview hooked up, and I was gonna go to the interview next Thursday. Now I went next Thursday, you know, I dressed like professional so it can look like I'm serious about the job, because I just want to go in there dressing like how I am on camera now, you feel me? Even though to this day, if I was to go in there dressed like this, I probably got the job, because hell, they hire anybody at McDonald's, you know what I'm saying? So anyways, so I was wearing like kind of like a suit and tie, but without like the jacket, I was just wearing a tie, whatever, with like some regular pants, whatever, you know, I was looking pretty sharp, you know what I'm saying, right? So I go in there and I asked the manager that was there at the time, I have an interview set up, and they went to go get the main manager. Now this certain manager, I'm finna tell you guys, to this day, if I would have known at that moment that I was finna have the worst manager I probably ever had in history of managers of working regular jobs, I would have walked my ass right up out that job. So this kind of fat chubby guy comes up to me, and he introduced himself. He says, "Hi, my name is Antonio. I'm the manager of McDonald's, and you are." And I pretty much presented my name. I asked him how he was doing. I was being respectful because I didn't know anything about this guy, right? And plus, he was the one that could be giving me a job, right? So you know what I'm saying, he sat me down, you know what I'm saying, he was pretty much asking me, you know, the basic questions they ask you when you're trying to get a job, you know, why do you want to work here, are you still in school, yada yada yada, all that stuff. So I pretty much winged myself through that, because that's like the easy part of a job. So if you're ever gonna get a job, don't be too worried about it, because that's really the easiest part. So anyways, long story short, I ended up getting hired, which was great and a blessing, because school was like a week, it was like 2 weeks before, and me being hired at that time was actually a blessing, so I can get like some money and give me some clothes to start with for school, because I was flat out broke at that time. So thank God. So anyways, so he told me that next week will be my first official training week, right? So like during like those days, you know, for like the first, I think 2 days, I was doing like computer training, which is pretty boring, but I was still getting paid for it, right? So once I got through all that, you know, the third day on the first week, because like I said, this is my official first week. So let me backtrack. So on the first 2 days of the first week, I did computer for the first 2 days, and then on the third day I was actually doing work. sorry that got you guys confused. So anyways, on the third day, I was actually gonna do some of the work that they're actually supposed to train me for. So I remember the first place they put me in was up in the front. So you know how when you go into McDonald's, there's always somebody in the front that's gonna take your order when you're not going to drive. I was the counter guy, pretty much like Kel and Good Burger, but I wasn't saying that funny, corny ass line that he did in the movie. If you know, you know. But anyway, so pretty much, I remember looking at the menu and like it looked really confusing compared to the menu I had at Six Flags when I was a cashier. But I'll say it took me about a good 4 days to get. No, actually, I'll take it back. It took me a week to get used to it. But once I got used to it, it pretty much seemed so easy to me. Now, the one thing that they always told me about McDonald's that I needed to smile. But see, if anybody knows me in person, I'm not going to be forced to smile unless you actually make me smile. So if a customer actually says something to me that made me laugh, or I recognize that customer or something like that, because when I used to work there, there was always some certain people that you would see every day come in. I was okay, like for example, like if any of you guys have a job and you work in a food place or grocery store or whatever, do you always know that one person that always comes through? Yeah, I'm talking about those type of customers. So if I see one of those and they say a joke, I may laugh because I may actually like them. In reality, they really lame as fuck. I'm kidding. Some are actually cool, but in reality, most of them are just lame as fuck. And I was just trying to get paid. So anyway, so you know, it took me a minute to get used to the menu. And pretty much what I was doing as a counter guy, you know, I was taking orders. Sometimes I would just clean around my area, and they would pretty much teach me how to do pretty much everything. You know, how to stock, how to refill the frappe machine, you know, all that extra stuff, right? So the staff I had was pretty cool. I had this dude named Jackson. I had this dude named Timmy. Let me think. What was her name? Oh yeah, I had this girl named Robin, which I would argue with her every day because like she was just a real cool person to be around. Because like I said, most of my coworkers were pretty much cool no matter where I worked at to this day. So yeah, those are the main people I remember now. I remember this dude Jackson. Jackson, you come across the video, shout out to you. But anyways, I remember this dude was just a hilarious person. Like pretty much take Eminem, but put him in a childish kid's body, but with more humor. That's pretty much what he was. This dude was funny, you know what I'm saying? He always had jokes. Now this dude Timmy, you know, he was a black guy working in there. Now Tim, you come across this video, shout out to you too. But anyways, he was a real funny dude. Like the man was always goofy no matter what. Like this dude was just always doing something ridiculous, and the dude was actually pretty funny. Like I said, Robin, you know, she was just the person that I would always argue with at work, but in a funny way. But we was just really cool co-workers. And yeah, those are the main courses I can remember now. They were around my age, and yeah, so yeah, they were pretty cool people. So the job is, so at this point, I'm gonna fast forward to a little bit of the story. How much time we at? We're at the 8-minute mark. Okay, so I'm gonna actually at the 8:30 mark. My bad. But anyway, so I'm gonna fast forward the story a little bit. So I'm about 3 months into my job, and I can say it's, you know what I'm saying, it's going pretty well. You know, I'm getting along with the co-workers. I actually started working the drive-through a little bit. That drive-through part became easy. Like it became so easy that I started like taking the orders and handling the money all at the same time. And I remember most nights when I would work from like 4 to 10, like it would get real slow from between like 8 and 10. And if I'm not up there at the second job doing where they give you the food while you're making the drinks or whatever, I wouldn't have to stock. All I have to do is just sit back there and chill, mouth the floor, whatever, and I'll just be on my phone. Or sometimes when I have nothing else to do and like the manager's back there, I would just stock the little trays or whatever that you like. You know, when you go in McDonald's, they give you trays with a paper plates on them. Yeah, sometimes I would do that, right? So 3 months in, this job was pretty easy and all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? I was getting paid every 2 weeks, you know what I'm saying? I was making that paper. But I'll say this job started to go downhill whenever, like into like the new year. So like, I don't know what it was, but like the job was just getting like stressful, because if any of you guys work in a fast food place, you know, sometimes you have those little rushes, but you know, there were big rushes. Now see, here's the thing. McDonald's is one of the most popular fast food chains in the world, because they pretty much have everything you need. And I remember coming in at 4 o'clock, there would be lunch rushes, Like, it'll be just so stressful. You know, so sometimes people won't come in, it'll just be so stressful, man. Like, it'll just be ridiculous. I was getting stressed. Then, you know, if you have a job, you know, you'll have them stupid customers that's always complaining. Like I remember this one time, they were selling the 2 for $5, right? And this lady, like, she had like a British type of voice, and she was asking me about what the fillet of fish is, and I told her it's basically a sandwich with the fish on it, and she asked me if it was real fish. Now, I looked at my screen, I was like, what? Like, you really gonna sit here and ask me, is the fish real at McDonald's? So, I'm just sitting thinking like what to say, and I told her pretty much, yeah, so I pretty much straight up lied to her, no big deal. But the thing is that, like, I found out later on that this certain cousin was from British or whatever, and like she was making it real difficult to the point I had to go get my manager and basically explain what was going on. And, you know, stupid stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But then I remember this one order I took, right? Like it was like during the week, right? I don't know. It was during the week. And I remember this dude pulled up to the drive-thru. Like I remember the car and everything. This man had a red Dodge truck or whatever, 2 seats, no 4-seater. And this man pulled up to the drive-thru, and I was like, hello, how may I take your order? And this dude was like, yeah, I'm gonna need about 50. I'm gonna need about 40 McNuggets, 20 McDoubles, and 4 large fries. And I'm like, okay. Now I was doing all that up. I asked him if there's anything else, and he said nope. And I went at the total. That bitch said $50.95. I'm like, this man pulled to the drive-thru and ordered $50 worth of food. Now, when this man pulled it to the drive-thru, it was only 2 people in the seat. So you mean to tell me that all right, I guess, I mean, I don't know if he had like 12 kids or something. I don't know if this man was feeding the charity, but this man really spent $50 on McDonald's food. Now, if you were donating to a charity, my apologies, but if you had that many kids, then that's tough. That's actually tough. Like I don't know what to say. But anyway, so pretty much now I'm gonna get into pretty much why I pretty much left McDonald's or how this experience sucks. So the pros about this job is that pretty much I can get discounts on foods and all that stuff. And I was a fiend for the fries and the sugar cookies. I don't know why, but I was a fiend for, like, they were so good. Like anytime they had extras and no one didn't want them, I would sneak and get the fries or get the cookies, you know. And it actually kind of disappointed that I found that the cookies were actually not really baked. They were just in packages that were cold and you had to heat them up. Like that really disappointed, but I still ate them because they were that good, especially when they was warm. Like, oh my goodness. Anyway, so those are the pros of that. Sometimes I would make drinks. I pretty much tried everything at McDonald's when I was employed. Like I had the quarter pounder, shakes, you know, the special, frappes. Like I pretty much had everything you can think of at McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? I pretty much tried everything up there. And yeah, so now the cons about this job, that this job can be really stressful. Now I remember there's this one manager I did not like. I forgot her name, but this girl only spoke Spanish, right? And no one did not like her. No one did not like her at all. Like she was pretty much a asshole. Like she was pretty much a bitch, bro. Like no one, when I mean no one didn't like her, I mean absolutely no one didn't like her at all. Like even the manager that would be there sometimes didn't like her. Like no one liked this girl. And pretty much I didn't like her at all because she made me do something ridiculous that needed to be done, but it's whatever, right? But this is where she really pissed me off, and to this day I still don't like this girl for it. So I remember one night I was supposed to be working late on a certain day because they had rules for it, right? And I told the other manager there that I really liked. I told her that like I can't stay till 10 because I'm not supposed to be out this late and I need to leave at 9, right? And she was like, oh, okay, I'll go talk to the manager. So long story short, as she talked to her, she pretty much told me that I can't leave or whatever because she thought I was lying. I was like, what do you mean she thinks I'm lying? She said that she thinks that you're trying to get out of work early because you quote out of school. I was like, are you serious? I mean, first of all, this is what I said. I was like, wait a minute, don't y'all got my records of me like showing proof that I'm actually still in school? Like are y'all dumb? Like I didn't say that last word. I was like, are y'all stupid? So pretty much she ended up calling the main manager, and pretty much, long story short, the general manager, as they call it, pretty much told me that I pretty much had to stay because she had no extra coworkers. I was like, but I talked to you about this, so I don't understand why I have to stay. Now, at that point, when he said that, I really should have just walked out, but I wasn't trying to get fired or nothing, but I just knew that was the last straw because some other BS stuff happened. But I'll say that part right there made me want to quit McDonald's. So after that moment happened, I was pretty pissed for the rest of the night. You know, I told my parents about it, and they felt like my dad told me pretty much it's time to get a new job. So pretty much I was out there looking for jobs. I ended up at this job that I'm at today of this video at a grocery store. And when they hired me, I put in my 2 weeks notice, and I was out that bitch. So long story short, my McDonald's experience working there was pretty damn shitty. Now, what I liked about it was the free food you would get. You know, you can try everything, all that stuff. But overall, the job is pretty shitty. And I regret working there, honestly. Like, I really do. But that's going to conclude the story time. Hope you guys enjoyed this story time. Hope you guys enjoyed the face cam as well. If you did, please sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel. Let's get 10 likes for the next story time. You know what I'm saying? I got, story times are back, but I need to know if you guys are really liking the story time with the face cam. If y'all do, I'll keep doing these. If not, well, then the face cam will be up out of here. So, like I said, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, comment down below if you enjoyed the story, and I'm out. Peace.